Our next guest on Dodgers Lowdown has spent the last 4 seasons in the Cardinals organization until this past December when the Dodgers selected him in the Rule 5 draft. Mr. Kyle Grana to the Dodgers family. Thank you for being here, Kyle.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you. Welcome to the Dodgers family. And I think there's going to be a lot of Dodger fans out there that, you kind of tune out the offseason and figure, well, I'll hear about the big trades. And there's a lot of notes and transactions that are going on out there. So I kind of want to introduce you to Dodger fans in a way. Now, Kyle, let me ask you, how surprised were you to find out the news that you were taken by the Dodgers? And how did you find out?
The opportunity is great. Super excited about it. This is a long 4 years in the Cardinal organization. All positive things to say about it. Very stacked in the relief pitcher aspect, so it was a lot of competition.
Sure.
Very excited to join the Dodgers, and I was on a plane when the Rule 5 draft happened. Didn't really expect it, kind of was hoping for it. Got off the plane and my phone was just buzzing like crazy, just a bunch of notifications. I actually found out from one of the old affiliates sent an Instagram out saying congratulations for going to the Dodgers, and called my parents, and it was awesome.
Very good, very good. Congratulations again. Welcome to the Dodger family. And I wanted to ask you about that because in doing the research and looking at your stats, I mean, you dominated, and it seemed like the Cardinals were really taking it slow with you. So you're actually excited to be leaving the organization, it sounds like, to get some more opportunities.
Like I said, I have nothing but positive things to say about the organization. Great people, great instructors, great everything.
Absolutely.
Friends. I mean, I made lifelong friends who probably be in my wedding one day.
Sure.
But it's just for my career trajectory, I'm hoping that this is better.
Yeah, I mean, you were organizational all-star the last 2 years for the Cardinals organization, other all-star selections before that as well for the midseason and also the postseason. And your stats, I mean, you didn't give up a home run for the first 3 years you were in the organization. What's your big secret?
Throw strikes, hope they don't hit it hard. I mean, keep the ball low, elevate when you have to. I don't really know. I've been asked that before, and I couldn't tell you what the secret is. Just try to get ground balls.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, go ahead and describe yourself a little bit for Dodger fans. A lot of them are not going to know you at first glance. So what are your strengths? What are your favorite situations? And maybe your biggest weakness also, in your opinion?
I would have to say my biggest strength and my biggest weakness kind of go hand in hand. When I get on the mound, I'm a very competitive person. Very competitive. If you beat me, it really does not sit well. So that can kind of get the wheels turning in my head a little bit too quick. Game kind of speeds up. Been working on that past couple of years.
Sure.
Feel better with that. I mean, strengths, I have a good fastball. I don't throw exceptionally hard, between 90 and 93.
Okay.
But I have, they call a high spin rate, so it kind of rides and looks harder, kind of stays on the same plane for a while. Decent curveball, nothing to really write home about. And I just love the situations. Like I said, I'm a huge competitor. I love the situations when the adrenaline's pumping. So I love the late inning type stuff. I love coming in with runners on base. I love trying to put me in the worst situation. I'd love to try to figure my way out of it.
So the ultimate fireman. Now, are you going to be shooting for a closer role with the Dodgers, or just kind of wanting to develop and focus on that?
Just develop. I mean, being a closer would be great. Like I said, I don't throw exceptionally hard. Most closers are 96 plus guys, and I understand that. I really don't. If I make it to the big leagues, I don't expect to be a closer there. So might as well start getting used to the middle innings. But really, any inning that I get, I'm happy with, just to develop.
Absolutely, and any inning that is a bridge to a Dodgers victory or whatever organization you may be with at that time is super important to the team and to the fans. So it's definitely not a lesser role in my eyes and in true Dodger fans' eyes either. Talk about your transition from organizations, how that's going so far, or has it not even really begun yet?
Oh, the Dodgers have been great.
Good.
It is unbelievable. Gabe Kapler, the field coordinator, I guess is his position. I don't know exactly. Called me right away, congratulated me and everything, and I was
Hmm.
just thinking that was going to be it. And then I was getting text messages from just people throughout the organizations, rookie ball hitting coaches who I would never work with because I don't hit.
Sure.
Yeah, they're reaching out, rookie ball managers, AAA managers. It was unbelievable, and it really helped turn an anxious situation into a comforting situation, knowing that I was going to be in good hands.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, talk about that a little bit because born and raised in Missouri. I mean, and we've kind of touched on this a little bit where the Cardinals organization is really stacked in the relief aspect, but how tough is it to leave the Cardinals organization, the team that signed you in 2013?
It's tough. Like I said, great group of people.
Sure.
Um, yeah, and I grew up a Cardinal fan. I mean,
Yeah.
grew up huge Cardinal fan. I'm 30 minutes outside of the city.
Mm.
When I was younger, I went to 8 to 10 Cardinal games a year. Just loved watching them. Ozzie Smith doing backflips, running out to shortstop, Mark McGwire breaking the home run record, all that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's ingrained in my head, and it's part of what made me fall in love with the game.
Sure.
So the hard part about it kind of feels like, I don't know, it's a tough transition in that regard because, like I said, I had so many great friends over there, and the Cardinals made the game magical for me.
Now, I mean, talk about that a little bit. Growing up, being a Cardinals fan, who were the players that you kind of emulated, and especially talk about pitchers? What pitchers were your favorite?
Honestly, my favorite pitcher growing up and kind of was able to get close with him because he was at spring training was Jason Isringhausen.
Nice.
He had that bulldog mentality, and I can remember the first time it was spring training 2014. Didn't really know what to expect. I was on the rookie ball extended spring training team and all that stuff, and Izzy's over there showing me different grips and stuff like that. And my mind, I don't even really remember. I think I blacked out kind of just because I emulated him growing up, and then he being in front of me, watching me pitch was pretty amazing.
Wow. I mean, yeah. So this was your idol, and he's now telling you, giving you instruction. I mean, yeah, that's got to be pretty special right there. Um, what about any position players? I mean, or were you just so focused on pitching?
Position players, Mark McGwire, I know he's gone through a lot of stuff since he played, but watching him play, he just went about his business. He just every day came and it seemed like every game he was hitting a home run. He just played really well. Like I said, Ozzie Smith. Then you got the younger or the like 2000s, like Edgar Renteria was with the Cardinals for a while.
Sure.
He was been playing since 2004. I was 13 when he started playing, and
Yeah.
now he's still playing. It's just amazing to see how the longevity that he's been able to have.
Yeah, it seems like he's getting stronger as a catcher too, so that's crazy. Let's talk a little bit about switching from the Cardinals back to the Dodgers and really yourself. What are your expectations for 2017?
Get better. Work hard every day. I mean, I don't really have any specific goals, like I want to finish in the big leagues or anything like that. That is the ultimate goal, but
Sure.
the goal that is right in front of me is to be successful at whatever level I start at, where I wind up throughout the year. My goal is to be successful relief pitcher.
Well, very good. We certainly, as Dodger fans, who I always seem to be speaking for, certainly wish you that success as well. Let me ask you, how are you feeling? How's your arm? And how's the off season going for you in general?
That's good. Yeah, I feel great. I mean, I have no twinges or anything in my shoulder or anything. I mean, I feel great. Long tossing, bullpens are going really well. I mean, typical off season for a minor league guy. I was up in St. Louis for a while, giving lessons, working at a baseball academy, helping young kids out. I'd really enjoy that.
Hmm.
Yeah, just working out. Probably spend 2 or 3 hours in the gym, just either running, try to do some extra cardio, lifting, just trying to get better.
Do you do a stringent throwing program in the off season, or is it more the weights and the cardio, or are you just pretty much long tossing, or are you throwing bullpens?
I'm throwing bullpens now. I started throwing bullpens about 3 weeks ago, I would say. I was
Okay,
doing one for the first 2 weeks, and I started two a week last week.
good.
I went to Mexico for a month to play down there, so that kind of screwed up my. I was used to a whole routine with off season and everything, and going down there in the month of, I guess that was October, kind of threw that off. But I think it helped me because I took less time off, and my arm's actually feeling really good right now.
Good, good. We really like hearing that. Now, I want to go back to 2013. You were undrafted, and you were signed by the Cardinals. Talk about that. I mean, does that put a little bit of a chip on your shoulder?
Yes and no. I mean, um, at first I was just grateful for the opportunity.
Sure.
Um, just really thankful that I got to continue my baseball career because you never know. I mean, coming out of college, I had a bunch of looks, bunch of people saying that they were interested in drafting me, and then draft day in my junior year came and went, nothing happened. Draft day in my senior year came and went, nothing happened. And then that Monday afterwards, got a phone call from the scouting director, Dan Kantrovitz,
Hmm.
and he offered me a spot, and I flew out that Wednesday. I was actually going up to pretty much on my way to Washington, Pennsylvania, to play in the Frontier League
Oh,
to
okay.
keep that going. But he saved me from doing that.
Good. Very good. Very glad. Now, I mean, let me press you a little bit on that because I wonder, well, you're up there and you're on the mound and you're in that heated situation, and like you said earlier, your wheels start turning in your head. Does that come up? Do you think about, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna something to prove.
Everyone has something to prove in this game. I don't think Gary LaRocque said it best. He's the Cardinals minor league coordinator, or runs the field director. He said it doesn't matter what round you're drafted and you're all here. I went to a workout with the Padres, went to a workout at Busch Stadium, which, side note, was amazing because
I
I was
bet.
22 years old and I'm shagging BP where Matt Holliday stands, and it's just, yeah,
Wow.
that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the scouting director came up to me that day and he was like, "What does it take me? What will it take me to sign you? What round or anything?" I looked at him. I said, "Just an opportunity." He's like, "So I could take you, not give you a signing bonus, 40th round, whatever." And I was like, "It's not about the money. It's about the opportunity."
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
okay, I'll hold you to that. And then draft day came and went. I guess he kind of took that as he was kind of hoping no one else would draft me because he
Yeah.
could get a free agent pick. But yeah, he called me that Monday, and I remember telling him, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to call you back," because I was like, "What is going on?" And I called my mom. I was like, "Oh, it's the Cardinals," and she's like, "Well, did you say yes?" I was like, "No, not yet." So I called him back right away. But yeah, I pretty much went through the same thing. I hear a lot of more inspirational stories in that regard. There was a guy with the Cardinals. Since he got released, but he drove around to all the. He's from Missouri as well.
Hmm.
Drove around to all the Midwestern stadiums and went into their front offices and handed them a tape. And he wound up getting signed by the Cardinals as well. But he
Wow.
drove go Kansas City, I think Minnesota, just all of those. And he's like, "Here's my tape. I want you to look at it, see if you can give it to someone."
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's more of a inspirational story than I mean, I just,
Well, I mean, just for people out there, I mean, obviously young men that are chasing that dream, and they're not sure if they're going to get drafted. They're in college right now, and maybe they're looking ahead and they kind of wonder what the process is. I thank you for the insight that you gave for those fans. Um, Now, just talk about. I know your fastball is your bread and butter. Um, Said your curveball's not anything to write home about. Tell me why, and then are there any other pitches that you're throwing or developing at this point?
yeah, I mean, my curveball, it's a good pitch. good break, good everything. I just kind of struggle throwing it the zone sometimes, so kind of get fastball reliant.
Hey, that could be a good thing. Keep that thing down.
Exactly. It won't get hit dirt. Yeah, I've started developing a slider, cutter type pitch at the end of last year. Still working on it. I feel more comfortable throwing that in the zone earlier in the count. I'll throw that slider, fastball early in the count, and then get ahead 0-2, throw the curveball in the dirt, and usually works out pretty well until they start realizing they see that spin, wait off of that, and then I got to figure out a different game plan.
Sure.
Yeah, I used to throw a changeup, but being a later inning reliever, kind of scrapped that. Didn't really do any. It was just slower. It wasn't a plus pitch. Yeah, but those are my pitches. That's kind of how I go about pitching.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you learned a little bit today about the Dodgers' newest prospect, Kyle Grana. Kyle, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you stopping by, taking the time, and we look forward to getting to know you a little bit more and getting to see you and your successes in the 2017 season.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.